I'm gonna tell you something I never told anyone. Not my wife, not my son, not the men I worked beside for 40 years. Nobody ever asked if I was tired. 40 years, and nobody asked. Well, I was. This is the Provider Blues. "12 songs, one story mine." I was 17 when I got my first shift, 18 when I learned what a double meant, 23 when I realized this was the rest of my life, and I made my peace with it. Yeah, made my peace, or I thought I did. I was the one who came in early, I was the one who stayed late, I was the one who covered when somebody's kid got sick, or somebody's car wouldn't start, or somebody just didn't show. I was the one, always the one. And somewhere between 17 and this gray Monday morning, I became the man they didn't have to ask twice. I became the name on the list before the list got made. I became first in, last out, never missed a day, never called in sick, never said no. And nobody asked if I was tired, because I never looked like I was. It's the 40-year Monday morning blues, the kind that don't take you out. It just keeps you moving through. I wasn't a hero, wasn't special, wasn't trying to prove a thing. I just showed up every morning, 'cause that's what showing up means. And nobody asked if I was tired, 'cause a man like me don't get to be tired. A man like me just gets to be here. Under less. I know men who walked away. I know men who said enough and meant it, and I don't blame them one bit. No, I don't blame them, not one bit. But I was built different, or maybe I was just built stubborn, or maybe I was just built to believe that a man's word is the only thing he really owns, and if he gives it, he keeps it. He keeps it. So I kept mine. Every shift, every season, every time the phone rang at 3 a.m. and the voice on the other end said, "Can you come in?" I said yes. Every time. And you know what's strange? Nobody ever called to ask if I needed anything. Not once. not in 40 years, not once. And I don't think they were cruel. I think they just thought that a man like me didn't need anything. And maybe I taught them to think that, maybe I built that, maybe I showed up so steady for so long that they forgot I was made of the same tired bones as everybody else. Maybe that's on me, maybe it ain't. I don't know anymore. I just know I'm tired.
Lord, I'm tired.
It's the 40-year Monday morning blues, the kind that don't take you out. It just keeps you moving through. I wasn't a hero, wasn't special, wasn't trying to prove a thing. I just showed up every morning, 'cause that's what showing up means. And nobody asked
If I was tired,
'cause a man like me don't get to be tired. A man like me just gets to be here. Still here, still showing up, still first,
still last out.
still tired. There was one morning, I won't tell you which one, but there was one where I sat in my truck in the parking lot with my hand on the door handle and I didn't pull it. I just sat there, engine off, coffee cold, shift starting in 3 minutes. And I thought, what if I just didn't? What if I just drove home and called in and said I can't? Would anybody understand? I'll never know, because I opened the door and I clocked in and I finished the shift, because that's what I do. That's all I know how to do. 40 years and counting. Nobody asked if I was tired, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I am, and I'll be here tomorrow. I was 17 when I got
paid the electric bill on Thursday, same as I paid it every month. Didn't miss a payment in 11 years, not even the February when I didn't have it, and I found it anyway. Found it anyway.
Always found it somehow.
I pay the gas bill and the water bill, I paid the car note and the insurance, I paid the school fees and the groceries and the thing that broke in March, and the other thing that broke in June, and the thing I didn't even know we had until it needed fixing. Yeah, all of it.
All of it came to me.
And the lights were always on. When they came home, the lights were on. When they woke up, the lights were on. When they needed something at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday night, the lights were on. Because I never stopped, because I never knew how. The lights are on because I never stopped. The heat is running because I never dropped. Not the bill, not the promise, not the weight I said I'd carry. The lights are Because somewhere between being a man and becoming a machine, I forgot to turn myself off for just one night. The lights are on.
The lights are on.
Every room.
Every room.
And I'm sitting in the dark of all of it, wondering when somebody's gonna turn a light on for me. And the blues. My father kept the lights on before me. I watched him pay the bills at the same table. Same kitchen, same chair, same look on his face that I didn't understand when I was 12, and understand completely now.
Completely now.
Every bit of it. He didn't complain, neither did I. We were built the same way, handed the same tools, taught the same silence. The silence that says this is what a man does and doesn't ask what it does to the man. Yeah, what it does to the man.
Nobody asks that part.
And I wonder sometimes, late on nights like this one, if my son is watching me the way I watched my father, learning the same lesson, inheriting the same weight. Before he's old enough to know he has a choice, I hope he knows he has a choice. I didn't know until it was already 40 years too late to matter. The lights are still on.
They're always on.
Because I never stopped.
Because I never learned how.
The lights are on because I never stopped. The heat is running because I never dropped. Not the bill, not the promise, not the weight I said I'd carry. The lights are on because somewhere between being a man and becoming a machine, I forgot to turn myself off for just one night. The lights are on.
The lights are on.
Every room.
Every room.
And I'm sitting in the dark of all of it, wondering when somebody's gonna turn a light on for me. And the blues. There was one night I remember it exactly.
February.
The coldest one in years. I paid the last bill of the month, sat back in the chair, looked around the house. Everything on, everything warm, everything running. And I thought, does anybody know what this cost? Not the money.
The money I can find.
I always find the money.
I mean,
What it cost here.
nobody came in to check.
Nobody said anything.
The television kept going in the other room.
And I sat there,
In my lit house, completely alone.
completely invisible.
And I paid the bill again next month.
Because that's what the lights require.
And I am what the lights require.
I'll pay it again next month. And the month after that.
And the one after that.
Because the lights don't pay themselves. And the heat don't run on nothing. And somebody has to be the thing that keeps it all going. And in this house, that somebody is me. It's always been me.
And the lights are on.
They're always on.
Because I never stopped.
Then 3, then 2,
Then one.
Then the hum of the house,
just the hum,
just the furnace,
just the refrigerator,
just the lights,
all the lights
still on. Because he never stopped, because he never learned how,
because nobody somehow.
I paid the electric bill on Thursday, same as I paid it every month.
I was there before the parking lot filled up. I was there before the coffee finished brewing. I was there before the meeting started, and the people who run the meetings arrived in their good coats without knowing who turned the heat on. Turn the heat on. I knew where every broken thing was before it broke all the way. I knew the sound the second compressor makes 3 weeks before it needs the part. I knew the name of every man on every floor, and maybe 3 of them knew mine. Yeah, maybe 3. I held that building together with 28 years of showing up, and the knowledge in these hands that you cannot Google and you cannot hire back. Once it walks out the door, but they didn't know that yet. They found that out later, after. First one and last one out, 28 years, and they couldn't pick me out from a photograph at the company party. First one and last one out, the kind of man that holds the whole thing up from underneath, invisible by design, essential by nature, never a hero, just a floor they walked on every day, and the blues. They had a going away thing for me on a Friday afternoon. Cake from the grocery store, the kind with the white frosting that tastes like nothing. And the man who spoke got my years wrong. He said 25, I did 28. He said 25, and I didn't correct him, because that's not who I am. The building ran because I knew every bolt and every threshold, and every sound that meant something was about to go wrong. When I left, it took 4 months and 3 contractors to figure out what I knew in my sleep. 4 months, 3 contractors, and a cake with the wrong number. I'm not bitter, I just know what I was worth, and I know the difference. Love know the difference. First one and last. To nothing. Took me 19 years, but I did it. I paid the college tuition, both of them. Neither one knows what that number was, and I never told them.
Never told them.
I paid for the wedding and the dress. I paid for the car she needed. I paid for the thing my son needed, the year he needed it most. And I didn't ask him what it cost me to find it.
Yeah, that's not what you do.
I got a ledger going back to 1987. Every payment I ever made, every bill I ever cleared, every number I put to zero by the end of the month. I can account for all of it, every dollar, every single dollar. But somewhere in that ledger,
there's a line with no number,
just a blank space
where my peace of mind used to be. I paid for everything, every roof, every bill,
every dream that needed funding in this house on this hill.
I paid for everything.
I found a way
Every time
I paid for everything in this life of mine, except my own peace of mind. That one. I can't find that one in the ledger. I can't find it anywhere. And the blues. That a man who pays his debts is a man who can sleep at night. And I believed him, and I built my whole life on that belief.
built my whole life.
And I can sleep at night, sort of for a few hours, before the 4:47 a.m. thing starts up again. Yeah, that thing. But what nobody told me is that a man can pay every debt he owes to everyone around him and still come up short in the one account that nobody sends a statement for. Did you rest? Did you let somebody take care of you? I didn't know that was allowed.
I didn't know a man like me
was allowed to need that.
I do now.
Too late maybe,
but I know it. I paid for everything, every roof, every bill, every dream that needed funding in this house on this hill. I paid for everything. I found a way every time. I paid for everything in this life of mine, except my own peace of mind.
That one.
That one.
I don't know when I stopped budgeting for it.
I don't know when I decided it wasn't something I was allowed to have.
And the blues.
I did the math one night,
not the money.
the jobs, the ones I gave to the bills, the ones I gave to everyone who needed something from me.
And then I look for the hours
I gave to myself.
the column was empty,
40 years,
and the column was empty.
I closed the ledger,
And I made coffee,
and I got up at 4:47.
because that's what the ledger requires.
But I saw it,
That empty column.
I can't unsee it now.
I close the ledger,
Stack the receipts, turn off the kitchen light.
the house is paid for,
Every room, every wall, every window.
and I'm standing in it
At 11:22
on a Saturday.
and I don't know
If this is peace
or just the sound.
of everything already paid for,
I paid for everything.
I'd do it again.
That's not the thing that keeps me up.
The thing that keeps me up
Is the empty column, the one I never learned to fill.
first one in,
Last one out.
and the blues. I learned the first of the month young, watched my daddy count it out. Envelope on the kitchen table, like a promise you don't say out loud. I've been that same kind of man since. Money order folded tight, stand in line at the rent office before the sun got brave. Coffee in a paper cup, trying not to look afraid.
Not to look afraid.
And the rent was never late, no, never late one time. Even when my hands were shaking, even when the numbers didn't line up right, I paid it. And I didn't say nothing. It's the first of the month, Chicago blues, the kind that keeps the roof from falling through. The rent was never late, and neither was my silence. I paid my way in full, but I paid it with my insides still standing. Receipt in my pocket, I kept my people housed. But who kept me held up? And the blues. There were months I paid my own rent, and somebody else's too. Sister short, cousin hurting, kids need shoes. What you do?
Yeah, what you do?
I got real good at smiling when the clerk slid back the change. Real good at saying all good when everything had changed.
slow, like my body knew the truth. I wasn't rich, just useful, and usefulness don't feel like you. It feels like years. And the rent was never late, but something in me was always behind. It's the first of the month, Chicago blues, the kind that keeps the roof from falling through. The rent was never late, and neither was my silence. I paid my way in full, but I paid it with my insides still standing, receipt in my pocket. I kept my people housed, but who kept me held up in the blues? There was one month I remember, coal came early, checks came late. I stared at that envelope like a judge at the gate. I had it, and I didn't. What if I told somebody it was heavy? What if I said I needed help? Then I sealed the envelope, and I stood in line, and I paid it, and I went quiet again, because my silence was always on time. Comes back around, new calendar, same old wait. I got the receipt, I got the proof, kept the heat, kept the roof. I just didn't keep me. The rent was never late, and neither was my silence in the blues.
I learned the first of the month young, watch my daddy count it out. Envelope on the kitchen table, like a promise you don't say out loud. I've been that same kind of man since. Money order folded tight, stand in line at the rent office before the sun got brave. Coffee in a paper cup, trying not to look afraid. Not to look afraid. And the rent was never late. No, never late one time. Even when my hands were shaking, even when the numbers didn't line up right, I paid it. And I didn't say nothing. It's the first of the month, Chicago blues, the kind that keeps the roof from falling through. The rent was never late, and neither was my silence. I paid my way in full, but I paid it with my insides I kept my people house, but who kept me held up in the blue? There were months I paid my own rent, and somebody else's too. Sister short, cousin hurting, kids need shoes. What you do? Yeah, what you do? I got real good at smiling when the clerk slid back the change. Real good at saying all good when everything had changed. I walked back to the car slow, like my body knew the truth. I wasn't rich, just useful, and usefulness don't feel like youth. It feels like years. And the rent was never late, but something in me was always behind. It's the first of the month, Chicago blues, the kind that keeps the roof from falling through. The rent was never late, and neither was my silence. I paid my way in full, but I paid it with my inside still standing, receipt in my pocket. I kept my people housed, but who kept me held up in the blues? Yeah, there was one month I remember, cold came early, checks came late. I stared at that envelope like a judge at the gate. I had it, and I didn't. What if I told somebody it was heavy? What if I said I needed help? Then I sealed the envelope,
Then I stood in line,
then I paid it,
then I went quiet again,
because my silence was always on time. First of the month comes back around, new calendar, same old weight. I got the receipt, I got the proof, kept the heat, kept the roof. I just didn't keep me. The rent was never late, and neither was my silence in the blues. These hands laid every board, and this floor you're standing on. These hands poured the concrete in the steps. These hands fixed the window that let the cold in every February, before I had the time to fix it. Before I had the time. These hands raised the walls in the addition that took me 3 summers and every weekend of my 42nd year. These hands wire the lights that keep everything bright in rooms I sometimes stand outside looking in.
Yeah, looking in.
I can tell you every nail in this structure, every joint and every joist. These hands know this house from the ground up, and these hands never stop shaking.
Not once.
Steady enough to build anything, never steady enough
to sit still inside it. My hands built this house,
every room, every wall.
my hands built this house,
And answered every call.
my hands built this house,
Strong enough to stand. My hands built this house.
my hands
Never stop shaking. Builder's hands,
builders' hands,
shaking hands,
shaking hands,
both of them
same hands, same hands.
the whole time. And the blues. I run my hand along this wall, sometimes in the morning, not checking, just remembering, just remembering. And I think about my son watching me work, the way he'd hand me nails before I asked for them, the way he learned to read what the work needed. By watching my hands, yeah, watching my hands. And I wonder if he also learned to read the other thing,
The shaking part,
the 2 a.m. ceiling part, the sitting on the porch of his own house part. I wonder if he saw that too,
I wonder if he handed me nails,
because the work
was the only place I was fully steady.
The work was the only place.
Everything else made them shake.
The conversations,
The waiting,
the not knowing what to fix.
because there was nothing to nail down
You can't build your way.
out of what lives in your chest.
I tried.
I built a whole house, try, yeah. My hands built this house, every room, every wall. My hands built this house
And
answered every call. My hands built this house,
strong enough to stand.
my hands built this house,
In my hands, never stop shaking. Builder's hands,
builders' hands,
shaking hands,
shaking hands,
both of them
same hands, same hands.
the whole time. And the blues. I'm sitting on this porch.
I built this porch,
These boards, this rail, these steps.
I built every bit of it.
And I'm looking at my hands.
They're not shaking right now,
Right now they're still.
and I'm trying to remember.
The last time they were still.
And I was paying attention enough to notice.
I built this house with these hands
From the ground up,
every board, every nail, every wall.
and I never sat on this porch
And just looked at what I built without thinking about
the next thing to fix.
until today.
Until right now,
These hands still,
for once,
just still. I'm gonna sit here a while.
I don't have anywhere to be.
The house is behind me,
Built and standing,
paid for warm inside.
my hands built that.
These same hands that shake at 2 a.m.
That couldn't always find the words.
That handed my son nails
instead of conversations.
Built walls when I should have opened some.
These same hands
Built all of it, and that's something. I'm gonna let that be something.
my hands built this house.
And my hands never stop shaking.
My hands never stop shaking.
My hands built this house
And answered every call.
These hands laid every board
And this floor you're standing on.
These hands
Pour the concrete in the steps.
These hands fix the window
That let the cold in every February. Before I had the time to fix it.
before I had the
Time.
These hands raised the walls
In the addition that took me 3 summers. And every weekend of my 42nd year. These hands wide the lights that keep everything bright. In rooms I sometimes stand outside, looking in, yeah, looking in.
I can tell you every nail in this structure,
Every joint and every joist. These hands know this house from the ground up. And these hands
never stop shaking.
not once stay.
There's a blues for the broken-hearted, and a blues for the man who drinks. There's a blues for the road, the rain, the leaving, and a blues for the woman who makes you think. There's a blues for the gambler, blues for the jailhouse door, blues for the man who lost everything, and blues for the man who lost it before. Lost it before he knew he had it. But there's a blues they never name yet, a blues without a famous song. The blues of the man who held it all, and held it right, and held it long. The blues of the first of the month man, the blues of the lights still on man, the blues of the first one and last one out man, the blues of the nobody asked man, the blues of the always showing up man. That blues don't have a name yet, so I'm giving it one.
Provide a blues,
The kind nobody sings about. Until now, it's the provider blues, the kind nobody sings about, the kind that don't make the radio, the kind that lives without a spotlight or a stage or a crowd that knows your name. Just a man in a kitchen at the end of the week, carrying the same. Provider blues, not the leaving kind, not the losing kind, the staying kind, the showing up kind, the I found a way again kind, the nobody saw it, but I know it kind. Provider blues, that's what this is. That's what this has always been, the blues.
the job, men who lost their way. I used to think that I had the job, I had the woman, I had the house, I had the ledger with the payments all in order. So I told myself the blues wasn't mine to have. The man who handles it doesn't get to claim the blues. Yeah, doesn't get to claim it. But the blues don't ask what you handled. The blues only ask one thing. Are you honest?
I was always honest
About everything except this.
I had the blues,
The provider blues.
the kind that looks like strength
From every angle except the inside.
from the inside.
It looks like a man
Who needed a wife
for 40 years
and finally tonight
found one.
it's the provider blues. Hey,
Kind nobody sings about.
the kind that don't make the radio,
The kind that lives without
a spotlight
or a stage
or a stage
or a crowd that knows your name.
knows your name.
Just a man in a kitchen at the end of the week,
Carrying the same provider blues, not the leaving kind, not the losing kind, the staying kind, the showing up kind, the I found a way again kind,
that nobody saw it, but I know it kind.
provider blues.
That's what this is. That's what this has always been. And the blues. I was sitting here on a Friday end of the week, thinking about everything I said that I never said before. The tiredness, the lights, the building, the ledger, the rent, the steering wheel, the two words. And I thought, what do you call a man who is all of that? And it came to me, simple as anything.
Provider blues,
The quiet kind,
staying kind,
the kind that sounds like it's been the provider blues this whole time.
and now it has a name.
And the name changes something. I'm gonna play this song for every man I know who never knew he had the blues, because his blues didn't look like what they told him the blues was supposed to look. For the first of the month, man, the 4:47 a.m. man, the ledger man, the lights on man, but nobody asked me. All of us same blues, no name for it until tonight. The kind nobody sings about until now. And the blues. There's a blues for the broken hearted, and a blues for the man who drinks. There's a blues for the road, the rain, the leader, and a blues for the woman who makes you think. There's a blues for the gambler, blues for the jailhouse door, blues for the man who lost everything, and blues for the man who lost it before. Lost it before he knew he had it. But there's a blues they never named yet, the blues without a famous. I made the place on Sunday,
same as I made them every Sunday. Eggs the way my daughter liked them, toast cut diagonal. Because somewhere along the way, that became the only way. Toast was acceptable in this house. The only way. I made the lunches every school year, 12 years times 2 kids. Sandwiches and the right chips, because the wrong chips was a whole thing I learned not to do twice. I made the Sunday dinners that took me all of Saturday afternoon. The ones they'd eat in 11 minutes, carry their plates to the sink and be gone. And I ate standing at the counter. If I ate it all, most nights I covered the plate and put it in the refrigerator and told myself I'd eat later. Later came cold at 11 p.m. at the counter, standing up every time. I fed every mouth at the table but my own. I made sure every plate was full before I was done. I cut the bread, I poured the drinks, I made it right, I made it all. And somewhere in all that feeding, I forgot the man doing the feeding had a hunger too. I fed every mouth but mine. Every mouth but mine. Every mouth but mine. And the hunger that's been waiting all these years to be fed, Lord, that hunger is mine. And the blue, I've been thinking about my mother, watching her do the same thing in the kitchen I grew up in, making sure the food was right, making sure nobody at that table went without. Nobody went without. And I thought that was just what the kitchen required. Somebody had to be the one who stayed on their feet and kept it going. And in my house, that somebody was me, same as it was her in her house before me. Yeah, exactly the same. I remember once I was 9 or 10, I walked into the kitchen after dinner, and my mother was at the sink, eating the cold version of what she'd cooked for us. I asked her why she didn't eat with us, and she said, "I'm fine, baby, I eat when you all are done." And I watched her eat standing up alone at the sink, and I thought that's strange. And then I grew up and did the same thing. For 30 years I became her at the sink, standing up, eating cold, saying I'm fine to nobody, because nobody asked, because I never sat down. And you can't ask a man who never sits down if he's hungry. I fed every mouth at the table but my own. I made sure every plate was full before I was done. I cut the bread, I poured the drinks, I made it right, I made it all. And somewhere in all that feeding, I forgot the man doing the feeding had a hunger too. I fed every mouth but mine. Every mouth but mine. Every mouth but mine. And the hunger that's been waiting all these years to be fed, Lord, that hunger is mine. And the blues tonight after dinner, After they all cleared out, after the dishes were done, I sat at the table, not to do anything, not to make a list, just sat at my own table. And I realized, I don't know what this table looks like. From a seated position, I have always been standing, always serving,
always on the other side.
When is somebody gonna make me a plate?
When is somebody gonna say,
sit down, I got it tonight?
Nobody came,
they didn't know to come.
I hit the empty plate for 30 years.
But Lord, I am hungry,
and it's got nothing to do with food. I get up, I open the refrigerator, I take out the plate I cover, I put it in the microwave. Not cold tonight, not standing up. I take the plate to the table, my table, the one I built, the one I paid for, the one I set for everyone else for 30 years.
and I sit down,
and I eat
at my own table, sitting down.
warm food.
Just me, just this plate, just this chair, and it's not a big thing.
I know it's not a big thing,
It's just a man eating dinner, and I sit down, and I eat at my own table, sitting down.
warm food.
Just me, just this plate, just this plate. I fed every mouth, now I feed mine.
I made the plates on Sunday, same as I made them every Sunday. Eggs the way my daughter liked them, toast cut diagonal. Because somewhere along the way, that became the only way. Toast was acceptable in this house, the only way.
I made the plates on Sunday, same as I made them every Sunday. Eggs the way my daughter liked them, toast cut diagonal. Because somewhere along the way, that became the only way. Toast was acceptable in this house, the only way. I made the lunches every school year, 12 years times 2 kids. Sandwiches and the right chips, because the wrong chips was a whole thing. I learned not to do twice. I made the Sunday dinners that took me all of Saturday afternoon. The ones they'd eat in 11 minutes, carry their plates to the sink and be gone. And I ate standing at the counter, if I ate it all. Most nights I covered the plate
And put it in the refrigerator.
told myself I'd eat later.
Later came cold.
At 11 p.m. at the counter, standing up.
Every time
I fed every mouth at the table but my own. I made sure every plate was full before I was done. I cut the bread, I poured the drinks, I made it right, I made it all. And somewhere in all that feeding, I forgot the man doing the feeding had a hunger too. I fed every mouth,
every mouth,
every mouth but mine.
every mouth but mine.
And that's been waiting all these years to be fed. Lord, that hunger is mine and the blues. I've been thinking about my mother, watching her do the same thing. In the kitchen I grew up in, making sure the food was right, making sure nobody at that table went without.
Nobody went without.
And I thought that was just what the kitchen required. Somebody had to be the one who stayed on their feet and kept it going. And in my house, that somebody was me, same as it was her. In her house before me, yeah, exactly the same. I remember once I was 9 or 10. I walked into the kitchen after dinner, and my mother was at the sink, eating the cold version of what she'd cooked for us. I asked her why she didn't eat with us, and she said, "I'm fine, baby, I eat when you all are done." And I watched her eat, standing up alone at the sink, and I thought that's strange.
And then I grew up
and did the same thing.
for 30 years,
I became her at the sink,
standing up, eating cold,
saying I'm fine to nobody,
because nobody asked.
because I never sat down.
And you can't ask a man
Who never sits down if he's hungry. I fed every mouth at the table but my own. I made sure every plate was full before I was done. I cut the bread, I poured the drinks, I made it right, I made it all. And somewhere in all that feeding, I forgot the man doing the feeding had a hunger too. I fed every mouth but mine,
every mouth but mine.
and the hunger that's been waiting all these years to be fed. Lord, that hunger is mine and the blues. Tonight after dinner, after they all cleared out,
After the dishes were done,
I sat at the table not to do anything,
not to make a list,
just sat at my own table. And I realized I don't know what this table looks like from a seated position.
I've always been standing.
Always serving, always on the other side.
When is somebody gonna make me a plate?
When is somebody gonna say,
Sit down, I got it tonight.
nobody came?
They didn't know to come.
I hit the empty plate,
For 30 years,
but Lord,
I'm hungry.
and it's got nothing to do with food. I get up,
Open the refrigerator,
I take out the plate I covered.
put it in the microwave.
Not cold tonight, not standing up. I take the plate
To the table,
my table,
the one I built,
the one I paid for
the one I set for everyone else.
for 30 years. And I sit down and I eat,
At my own table,
sitting down, wanting food.
just me, just this plate.
Just this chair, and it's not a big thing.
I know it's not a big thing.
It's just a man eating dinner.
If I ate it all,
Tonight it is the biggest thing. And tonight it is the biggest thing. I fed every time. I made the plates on Sunday, same as I made them every Sunday. Eggs the way my daughter liked them, toast cut diagonal. Because somewhere along the way, that became the only way. Toast was acceptable in this house. The only way. I made the lunches every school year, 12 years times 2 kids.
sandwiches and the right chips, because the wrong chips was a whole thing. I learned not to do it twice. I made the Sunday dinners that took me all Saturday afternoon.
I took the first double when my daughter was 6 months old. The heat went in October, the bill came in November, and the numbers didn't reach, never quite reached. So I worked 16 hours on a Tuesday, came home at midnight, stood in the doorway of a room and watched her sleep for about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. That was the whole Tuesday. That's why you did it. That's the whole reason right there. In that warm house, because you worked the double. But I've been counting lately, 30 years of doubles, added up in hours, added up in doorways, where I stood for 3 minutes and then went to bed and did it again. He worked the double, so nobody had to ask. He worked the double, so the heat would last. So the shoes were right, so nobody went without one night. Never asked for anything back, never sat down while the need was intact. Never once said I can't tonight. He just worked the double, came home at midnight. And the years went somewhere while he was working, and he didn't notice until the years were already gone and the blue. My daughter called me last Sunday, she's 32 now. She said, "Dad, I remember you always being tired. I remember Mom saying, your daddy's working the double tonight." Working the double. She said, "I understand it now that I know what the numbers look like when they don't reach." Yeah, when they don't reach. She said, "Dad, I want you to know I never went without, not one time, not one Christmas, not one winter, not one thing I needed that wasn't there." And I held the phone, didn't say anything for 15 seconds, because nobody had ever said it out loud before, not like that. Just I never went without. 30 years of doubles, and my daughter called on a Sunday and gave me the receipt, the one I never got from anyone. I stayed on the line a long time. That was 30 years of doubles, arriving at their destination. So nobody had to ask.
somewhere while he was working, and he didn't notice until the years were already gone. And the blue, if I could go back, I've thought about this. Since the porch, since the folder, since the steering wheel, I would work fewer doubles. I would go into more doorways instead of standing in them. I would sit at the table while the food was still warm. But I would not take back one single thing that my daughter never went without, not one winner. I would do every double again. I would just go into, I would go in more. Stop standing in the doorway, be in the room, not just a reason for the room. Go in. That's the only thing I'd change. Go in. I pull into the driveway, 11:52 p.m. I sit in the car for a minute, not as long tonight. I open the front door. The house is dark, everyone asleep. I walk down the hall, stop at a door. She's 32 now, doesn't live here, but I stand there anyway. And this time I go in. I sit in the chair in the corner that I put there when she was born, and never once sat in. And I sit in the dark in the room, 30 years late, but empty. But in it, there was the whole Tuesday. That's why you did it. That's the whole reason right there. That one house, because you worked a double. But I've been counting lately, 30 years of doubles, added up in hours, added up in doorways where I stood.
I woke up this morning, same as I woken up for 40 years. 4:47 became 6:03 somewhere along the way, but I still woke before the alarm. Some things don't change. And I made coffee, same pot, same kitchen, same house I built, same table I finally sat at and ate warm food after 30 years of standing. Yeah, different men sitting at it. And I pulled out the folder, the one with my name on it, the one I made when the bank account was fine and I wasn't. And I looked at what I'd written. Tied 40 years, nobody asked. Kept every light on except my own. First and last out, invisible. Paid for everything but my own peace. Rent never late, silence never late. I need help, hands that built and shook. Provider blues fed every mouth but my own. Bank account fine, I wasn't. Worked the doubles, went in the room. 12 things, 12 true things about a man who was good with money and broke everywhere else. That man is me, that man has always been me. And I finally know his name.
I was good with money,
every payment made on time. The ledger always clean, the credit score pristine, but I was broke everywhere else. Broke in the mornings, broke in the quiet, broke in the parts I never budgeted for. Broke in the language of asking for help. Broke in the doorway I stood outside of. Broke in the folder I never made. Broke in the room I never entered. Good with money, broke everywhere else. And the blues is learning to carry both. And the blues. My son asked me last week how I was doing, really doing, he said. Not the automatic answer, not the automatic. And I sat with it, instead of saying fine, the way I've said fine for 40 years. Yeah, 40 years of fine. And I said, I'm good with money, son. Every bill paid, every account balanced. But I was broke everywhere else for a long time, and I didn't know it. And he said, Dad, I know, I watched you, I learned from you, the good parts and the hard parts, and I'm trying to do it different. And I don't know if I can, because you taught me so well how to be good with money, that I'm afraid I'm broke everywhere else too. And I looked at my son, and I said the truest thing I have ever said to him. I said, then we'll learn together. I'm 61 years old, and I'm just starting to learn how to be whole instead of just functional. And if you want to learn it too, I'll show you what I'm learning. It won't be perfect, but it'll be honest. And he said, okay. And I said, okay. Two men, good with money, broke everywhere else, learning together. I was good with money, every payment made on time. I was good with money, every number in its line. The ledger always clean, the credit score pristine, but I was broke everywhere else. Broke in the mornings, broke in the quiet, broke in the parts I never budgeted for. Broke in the language of asking for help. Broke in the doorway I stood outside of. Broke in the folder I never made. Broke in the room I never entered. Good with money, broke everywhere else. And the blues is learning to carry both. And the blues, I don't know what happens next. I know what happened before. 40 years of providing, good with money, broke everywhere else, and not knowing it, and then knowing it, and then naming it, and then sitting with it, and then making a folder for it, and then crossing the threshold. That's what happened before. But I don't know what happens next. I think what happens next is I keep doing what I've been doing for the last 11 songs. I keep waking up, I keep making coffee, I keep sitting at the table, I keep opening the folder, I keep feeding myself. I keep going into the room instead of standing in the doorway. I keep saying the two words when I need to. I keep being good with money, and I keep working on being good with everything else. Maybe the provider blues doesn't get cured. Maybe it just gets named and carried and sat with. Good with money, broke everywhere else, learning to carry both. That's the provider blues. That's my blues. I
finished the coffee, I closed the folder. Not forever, just for now. I rinsed the cup, same kitchen, same man, different man, both. The sun is coming up now, Friday morning, Chicago. Another week ending, another week about to start. And I'm still here, good with money, broke everywhere else. Learning to carry both, one Friday at a time.
My sister called me in February, said the heat just went, and I was in a driveway by nightfall with the check already sent. Didn't ask her to pay me back, didn't need her to explain. Just made sure her kids stayed warm, like that was my lane. That was my lane. My neighbor 3 doors down lost his job in the spring. I slipped an envelope under his door, covered everything. Didn't want the thanks, didn't need the scene, just knew what it felt like when the numbers don't meet. Yeah, when they don't meet. I kept the lights on in 6 different houses before I kept them on in mine. I made sure everyone I knew had what they needed to survive. But my own house got dark somewhere, and I didn't even see. I was too busy wiring everyone else to notice the fuse blowing in me. I kept the lights on in everybody's house. I kept the heat running when it ran out. I was the call they made when the bill came due. I kept the lights on in everybody's house, but my own went dark, and I didn't even know. I kept the lights on in everybody's house, but my own in the blues. Cousin came to me last summer, said he was about to lose it all. And I fronted him 3 months, never mentioned it again at all. That's just what you do when you got it and they don't. You cover what they can't, even when you probably won't. Probably won't get it back. And I'm not saying it was wrong, I'm not saying I regret keeping people housed and warm and out of debt. I'm just saying somewhere in all that I forgot to check my own panel, forgot to make sure my own system could handle the load I was carrying. And one day I looked around and realized my own lights had been dim for about 5 years, and nobody noticed because I never let them in to see what them looked like. Yeah, I never let them
kept everyone else's lights on, made sure they never went dark. But I've been living in low power mode for so long I forgot what full brightness was supposed to look like. I kept the lights on in everybody's house. I kept the heat running when it ran out. I was the call they made when the bill came due. I kept the lights on in everybody's house, but my own went dark, and I didn't even know. I kept the lights on in everybody's house, but my own. And the blues. I sat down last week and I counted it up. Not the money. I don't care about the money. I counted the houses, the lights I kept on, the heat I kept running, the people I kept stable. And then I tried to remember the last time somebody checked my lights, made sure I was running full power, made sure I wasn't sitting in the dark. And I couldn't remember, not one time, not one person, not one check-in. And I realized I never taught anybody how to check on me, because I was too good at looking fully lit when I was running on emergency power. So tonight I'm doing something different. I'm checking my own panel. I'm looking at my own wiring. I'm asking my own house what it needs. And tomorrow maybe I'm gonna tell somebody that my lights are dim and I need help keeping them on. Not because I can't pay the bill, but because I can't carry everyone else's light and my own at the same time anymore. I kept the lights on in everybody's house. Now I'm learning to keep them on in mine and the blues. My sister called me in February, said the heat just went, and I was in a driveway by nightfall with the check already sent. Didn't ask it to pay me back, didn't need it to.
They said I had a stable job, 28 years, same company. They said I had a stable home, paid off standing, steady as could be. They said I had a stable life, everything in order, everything in place. They said I was the stable one, the rock, the foundation, the base. The base. And I believed them, I wore it like a badge. Stability was the thing I gave my whole life to have. never missed a shift,
never missed a payment,
never missed a step. I was stable as they come, reliable as a bet.
yeah, reliable.
But somewhere inside all that stability, something started to go still.
Not peaceful still,
Not resting still, the kind of still where you stop moving so long you forget you ever could.
forget you ever could.
They called it stability, I called it disappearing slowly.
They called it being steady,
I called it turning into stone. They called it reliable, I called it becoming the flow. Everyone walked on without seeing anymore.
they called it stability,
I called it disappearing slowly.
they called it being solid.
I called it losing myself completely. They said you're the steady one, I said I haven't moved in years.
They called it stability,
I called it fear, wearing a better name and the blues. My wife said something last month. She said you're always the same, and I thought she meant it as a compliment, but there was something else underneath the way she said my name.
underneath.
She said you're always the same, you're always steady, you're always here, but I don't know if you're actually here, or if you're just in the same place you've been for the last 20 years.
Yeah, same place.
And I wanted to argue,
I wanted to say
I'm steady because you need steady. I'm stable because that's what holds this up. But I sat with it instead and I realized she was right.
I haven't moved, I haven't changed, I haven't grown,
I haven't been anything except stable for so long that stable became the same thing as stuck.
same thing as stuck,
And stuck became the same thing
as disappearing.
because if you don't move long enough, people stop seeing you. They just see the function, they see the foundation. They don't see the man who's been standing so still. He's forgotten how to take a step in any direction that isn't the same direction he's been taking for 28 years.
They called it stability,
I called it disappearing slowly.
they called it being solid.
I called it losing myself completely. They said you're the steady one, I said I haven't moved in years.
They called it stability,
I called it fear, wearing a better name and the blues. I don't know how to move anymore, I know how to stay, I know how to hold, I know how to be the thing that doesn't shift when everything else does. But I don't know how to move, I don't know how to change, I don't know how to be anything other than the stable one. And the stable one is disappearing, not dramatically, not all at once, just slowly, 1 year at a time, one routine at a time, one same day at a time, until one day I looked in the mirror and I didn't recognize the stable man looking back. Not because he changed, because he hadn't. In 28 years he hadn't changed at all. And that's when I knew stability isn't the same
is just the word we use when we're too afraid to move. So tomorrow I'm gonna do one thing different. I don't know what yet. Something small, something that proves I'm still capable of motion. Not because I don't value stability, but because I finally understand the difference between being stable and being stuck, between being steady and being stone, between being reliable and being invisible. They called it stability. I'm learning to call it by its real name. And the real name is I was afraid. I was afraid to move. I was afraid to change. I was afraid to be anything other than what everyone needed. So I stayed and I called it stability, and it disappeared slowly. They called it stability. They said I had a stable job, 28 years, same company. They said I had a stable home, paid off, standing steady as could be. They said I had a stable life, everything in order.
Never missed a payment, not in 37 years. The bill collector never called my house, never had a reason to. Every statement cleared, every balance zeroed out. Every account current, that's what I was about, what I was about. My credit score was perfect, 823. Never late, never short, never anything but clean. I was proud of that, kind of proud you earn when you do it right. Every month, every turn, yeah, every turn. But there's a bill that don't come in the mail. There's a debt that don't have a number. There's a balance that keeps growing somewhere I can't see. And the bill collector never called about that one, but the silence did. The silence did. Every night, the silence called, collecting on a debt I didn't know I owed. The bill collector never called. My credit's clean, my record's clear, but the silence called every night. Never said, owed it in feelings I never showed. The bill collector never called, but the silence did, and the silence had a balance due. I didn't know how to pay, and the blues. But not from any company. This notice came at 2 a.m. when the house was dark and still, and I was lying there awake, thinking about everything I never said out loud.
And she looked at me like she knew that fine and happy weren't the same column.
Yeah, not the same.
Thinking about the years I spent answering every question except the ones that mattered. Every question except the ones about how I actually was, what I actually felt, what I actually needed.
What I needed.
Those questions went unanswered so long they stopped being asked. And the silence started collecting on the debt of every honest answer I never gave. And the interest on that silence was 37 years of nobody knowing who I actually was, including me.
The bill collector never called.
My credit's clean,
My record's clear, but the silence called every night.
and I owed more than I could hear.
Owed it in words I never said,
Owed it in feelings
I never showed. The bill collector never called,
but the silence did.
and the silence had a balance due.
I didn't know how to pay, and the blues. So I'm making a payment, not with money, with words. I'm saying the things I should have said 10 years ago,
20 years ago,
37 years ago. I'm calling my daughter and I'm answering the question she asked when she was 16. Am I happy? No, not always. Sometimes I'm tired,
sometimes I'm lonely.
sometimes I'm standing in a room full of people and I feel completely alone. That's the answer,
That's the payment,
I'm making to the silence,
the honest answer.
the one I should have given
37 years ago.
The bill collector never called, but the silence did. And I'm paying one honest word at a time, starting now. I still pay my bills on time. I'm still good with money. I'm still 823 on the credit score. But I'm also paying the other bill now, the one the silence carried, the one that's overdue by 37 years. And the payment is simple, the truth out loud to the people who asked and got fined when they deserved the real answer. The bill collector never called, but the silence did. And I'm answering,
Finally,
I'm answering. The bill collector never called, but the silence did. And I'm answering,
finally,
I'm answering. The bill collector never called, but the silence did. And I'm answering,
finally,
I'm answering. The bill collector never called, but the silence did. And tonight, I'm a bill collector never called, but the silence did. And a bill collector never called, but the silence did. And a bill collector never called, but the silence did. A bill collector never called. I never do